is not
An option.
an option. That one was in my mind before marriage.
Wow.
Before marriage, I have had that. My father was polygamous. 3 wives.
Same thing.
Wow.
My own father. Same thing with her.
Wow.
And I don't want a polygamous house, and I don't want to have an ex-wife. So I have made up my mind before marriage that I'm going to make sure that I marry who understand ourselves, and we shall make all efforts to see that our marriage stands.
I told you when I was telling you about the calculation. So I just want to advise couples, anytime they want to have fun with each other, they should pray. Father, we want to embark on this.
On this side.
Yes. On the journey.
On the job.
Let's say you want to go and visit your boyfriend. Don't stay too long with him, because man and woman, they are like magnets. So if you stay too long, something is about to happen.
Daddy, I really appreciate you coming from that stance, but sometimes we wish something, and then circumstances we make mistakes as human. I mean, people who are divorced today did not get into marriage with the mind that they will divorce soon. It was just how it happened. God forbid. Thank God you are 51. You're almost 51 years in marriage. It's not likely that anything goes.
It's not possible.
I mean, it's not nothing
Experience.
Yeah. Now, if mommy was not the kind of woman she was, I mean, if she was someone who, when you say 1, she says 15 already standing, and you got married with the mind that divorce was not an option. You are human. You get tired at some point and say, you want to have peace of mind. And, yes.
But with prayers, with prayer.
Yeah, with prayers, that's important.
Yes.
Secondly, as human being, you adjust.
Exactly.
Adjust to her level. She adjusts to my level gradually. I mean, I'm washing this hand now. When you wash your hand, start gradually. Gradually. Which time it will be what? Clean.
Yeah.
It will not be clean in one day. I mean, in 1 second.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true,
immediately. But gradually, you adjust.
Yeah.
You adjust.
Daddy, I'm going to ask.
And you talk it over.
Yeah.
Communication.
Okay, I'll let Papi say.
Okay. Statistics has it that the rate of divorce now in this generation has gone really high, and there might be different reasons for it. But today, Daddy and Mommy has shared that there's a place for adjustment. So that means that there's a place of shifting ground. Somebody once said that marriage also means compromise. They also shift ground to balance it down and stuff like that. So I'd like Daddy to explain what he said again, so that we can actually take that lesson in. So if you're at the verge of saying, oh, I want a divorce, I don't want to make this thing work, learn from Daddy and Mommy that have been married for 50 years and going on 51 years.
Yeah, thank you very much. As I said, I for one made up my mind before marriage even. But if there are couples who are at the verge of divorce, I will advise that they should sit down, get some couples who have settled home, so to say, and let them talk to them. They should pour out their problems to them, and then they take advice from those people. That is all right. Secondly, couples who are at the verge of divorce, I will advise that they should think of the issue, the children they have had, they are already grown up to whatever age, but the children God has given them, how have they trained them? How have they been responsible for where the children are? So, couples whose marriage are not going on smoothly should sit down, think of the children they have,
Mom, please, can you add to it, ma'am?
and see the positive and the negative sides
On the children.
The decision.
of the
Yeah.
children.
Okay, ma'am.
I know there's a woman that was very close. That woman is very close to me. Their marriage was at the verge of divorce. But this woman keep on saying, even if the only thing that if this man is not the one that can just wake up in the night and take cutlass to cut him or to do anything evil to her, that she will stay in that house because of her children. So many, although there are lots that have a few that have done that, see that of this woman and that singer that the husband.
Osinachi, yeah.
So you know what happened to that lady is not something that one should pray for another, for some families, even for any family. And you know what, a little that we had was that she was keeping that problem with herself. She didn't express herself. So if those people who are at the verge of divorce, if they say their mind out to somebody that they know that their family and that there's no problem in their marriage, that their marriage is moving on well, God can use them
To help.
to advise them. And I learned of a prayer from Baba Gio that one should be praying that God to shed the light, His light into the life of so thing, into so something like this. For example, if say, God, let your light shine into the mind of that my husband or my wife. And if they continue praying like that, God can change the heart of the man or touch the heart of the woman. So
Thank you, mommy. So finally, Sadma, are you open to young couples speaking to you? Maybe if they have issues, they can come to you and want to share with you.
by the grace of God, I have lots of them, and that God helped me, even the two of us, to settle their
issues.
and God made it to be settled. Living
Just
peacefully.
give
Grace of
you
God.
people an expo.
We have participated in many church counseling programs. We have given lectures. We have given participated in seminars on marriage.
It's necessary.
I feel like you earned it.
Yes.
I mean,
51
it's not just by
it's
theory.
not child's play.
It's practical.
So that's
Yeah.
actually why, from experience of those years.
Yeah.
So that takes us to the movie review, Weight of Pain. And this is all right. So the movie review, Weight of Pain, is such an intriguing one for me. Maybe because I'm a man, and it really portrays how irresponsible the lead, the male lead act was. At the end of the day, and getting to the point of encouraging the wife to have 6 abortions because he was jobless. He didn't have a job, and the wife worked and was created for the home, and he kept saying he doesn't have money to raise a child now, so they can't have a child now, and he wants to keep having sex and all of that, not putting to mind the weight of pain that the wife would be going through each time she has abortion. And then he was pretty not caring. Even when the wife was in pain, throwing up and all of that, he will not be there. He will not even bother. He will not even care. He will still ask the wife to go and cook for him, make his food and serve him and all of that. So Weight of Pain, the movie. And these are the realities of certain people in our society today. So Salma, what advice would you give to couples that may be going through that phase? What do you think they should do? What do you think the wife should do? because the wife too kept it to herself until the mother-in-law
Yeah.
showed up and started having conversations. Because left for me, I'd say, okay, the wife should just talk about it or report
And
it.
her boss was even asking her what
Asking her that,
going
what
on.
was the problem?
She did not say anything to anybody. She did not speak out at all.
Well, I think in the beginning, I would advise the youths think properly on who your husband or your wife will be, and have in principle, make up your mind. Do thorough searching. Don't just go into marriage. Don't just go into marriage. Sit down yourself, make up your ABCD. Do investigation, as we initially said, of the family
You're getting to.
you are going into. Either the man or either the boy or the girl. Do thorough searching. Then the individual you are going to marry, you do testing. Test your husband to be, test your wife to be.
How do you mean?
That testing, you need to explain
Yes.
it because
Temperament, the
Temperament.
Okay.
and so on.
Okay, the personality.
How diligent, how honest.
Okay.
These little things matter.
alright.
Because the testing of today is different from what I just explained. That
That's why from simple
Oh my god.
tested it before.
because the testing of today is having set for marriage.
I'm not answering
So when
that
you use what test now? But now that you have explained the test to us to
Yeah.
check the person's personality, background, their belief system,
Yes.
and what
It's
they
necessary.
Yeah.
It's necessary that you do it. Don't just go to only portmanteau. You know, in those days we say portmanteau. In other words, you just take your bag, you are going to your husband's house. That is the only portmanteau. No. So how about shine your eyes?
Shine your eye.
Shine your eyes.
Now, for couple now who now they have married, they now have issues of dishonesty, of integrity failure. It's not it. It's not it. I think if they are Christians, read and study the Bible. Go to Bible study. Meet your pastor. Meet elderly people who are responsible in their marriage. Go for personal counseling. Tell your mind out. Let them give you way out. Both the offender and the one who is being offended. Seek for counsel. Seek for advice. And then you pray. I think the problem will be solved.
Okay.
That's what I can
So
say.
you are saying that the solution will be to learn from people that have gone ahead of us.
Yes.
Seek for
It's very
advice
important.
and then when you were saying this, something just dropped in my mind. What my grandma used to say that so that means somebody would have gone through it before,
Yeah.
and God will bring that person across your path. You learn from them, and then you get better. Mommy, what's your advice for the girl, the woman in the
Girl.
topic?
Say that has married until one or
And I was doing divorce for husband in the
Not divorce.
abortion.
Abortion.
Abortion for
Abortion.
husband.
They keep
And
taking.
my advice is that lady, if she loves herself, even right from the onset, from the first pregnancy, she ought to have let the family, his mother, her mother, and the mother of that man know that this is what my husband wants me to do.
Love is blind.
Because it can lead to her death. And if she dies, that man will remarry.
And we will never talk about
what kills the wife.
We say it's not a privilege or it.
That lady doesn't love herself
Herself at all. Yeah.
at all. If from the first time she also speak out. This is this is what my husband wants me to do, and I don't want to do it because I'm not ready to die. If let's say she has said that from the onset, second one, third, God really loved that lady, that she's still alive. Yes.
Mommy, what if she doesn't have parents? She can speak to church members.
But I
The wife
think
of the pastor is there.
nobody is an
The
island.
community leader.
She ought to see people to tell in the church. In our church now, in my parish, my ministry, as I can see, says that is to advise those who are, especially those who are waiting, the waiting mothers. And because some of them don't know how to calculate, to do the calculation. They do wrong calculation
for pregnancy.
They don't know it. Some years ago, I saw a woman. Lagbaja, your son is of age now. Why didn't you have another baby? I'm trying now, Kubosini. Okay, how did you do your calculation? Said when I finish my message today, the second day, then we meet for 2 or 3 days. That's all. Say, that is not how to do it. I advise her. By the grace of God, that lady got pregnant and have a.
Can you share the advice with us? Somebody might be watching this and they need the advice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need the advice. I open my mouth now. I need the advice.
I like.
So you will learn that. Collect.
My father taught me, because my father was an educated man. So before marriage, he taught me how to do the calculation.
Oh wow!
Your father?
Has it? My father.
Wow!
Oh wow!
Amazing!
Okay.
Amazing!
I can't wait to hear.
That man, my father is a abiyamo.
Oh.
He was abiyamo. He loved his children. You know, when a man will give the girls white to cover to cover in the night, the meaning is that when you have your messes, you know it will stay in it. So that is how the mother will know that this guy is already mature, then he will take care of her. So that's my father. He loved our children, his children, I mean. So the calculation is how I taught them. I usually teach people how my father taught me that, let's say a woman, what's today's date? Today is 19. Let's say a woman starts her menses today, 19, 20, 21, 22. You know, some people, their cycles are different.
Yes.
It may be 5 days, yes. It may be 3 days, it may be 4 days. So the message may stop on the 4th day.
Yeah.
But that is not the calculation once you fall, because some people, they say in the second day they meet, they think they expecting baby, pregnancy. No, the egg is going to fertilize, it's going to stable before things can happen. That we call that ovulation period. There are some girls who don't know their ovulation, they don't have it. I myself, as old as I am now, I didn't know my ovulation period. So it's that calculation that I normally use for my own to calculate my pregnancy. So let's say a lady starts his menses today, 19. He will start calculating the 11th day to the day that is started. The 11th day to the day that it started, not the day that it finished though. So that 11th day, then starting from that 11th day, we calculate 5 days. Let us calculate quickly so that we'll be able to get 19,
please. Let me learn.
19, 20,
Yeah,
21,
22,
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
On the 30th.
On the 30th of okay.
No, that will be on the 2nd of March.
2nd of March.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So starting from that 2nd of March, that 2nd of March is the 11th day.
Yes, ma'am.
Starting from that day, 2nd March, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th.
Yeah.
Those are the ovulation period.
5 days.
For that person that started his menses in 19th. So those 5 days, the couple to meet throughout that 5 days.
Throughout 5
They can do it as many as for pregnancy.
What kind of question is
They
that?
should meet.
For pregnancy,
It's like man and wives.
as many
Things like
times
that.
as possible
Okay.
to have a
As
child.
many
You should have
times as
sex
possible.
around that time.
I normally tell them that it's sacrifice. So those 5 days, because you don't know the day that God will sanctify for the pregnancy. So those 5 days, one should not miss it. There are some women, their husband will be in worry, they will be in redemption camp. They be expecting pregnancy. It's not possible.
They'll
The
transfer
two of them
everything
should
to-
stay together. So, and before they do anything, both of them should pray.
Mm.
They kneel down by their bed,
Mm.
holding themselves together nakedly, and they start praying.
Praying.
God, we want you to join us in this
Anyone.
Yes.
scenario.
Yes.
We
Oh.
want a girl or a boy, or we want this type of children. You know, when Anna wanted to have Samuel, he said she wanted a boy.
She was
God
specific.
gave her. So that is
Thank you very much for
Nam.
that.
You hear?
Is it that we should have to hear?
No, he's the one that needs it now.
His
No,
experience.
you did not know the prayer part. Nam did not know the prayer part.
Nam is experience.
You know when you have a lot to say, you
no.
can't say anymore. I'll leave it for Krishna to continue.
Well, really, it's just very important that we know these things, and there's no shame in learning and asking questions. So if you don't know, ask questions so that you will know. You can even ask with style, joking. You can even say, I'm asking for a friend, but meanwhile you're asking for yourself. At least ask. Then you know, and then you know what to do. And then at the end of the day, it's good to learn from people that has gone ahead of us in this thing.
Knowledge is very important.
Yeah.
Especially if you have in mind that you also want to. Cause for me, I'm looking forward to seeing myself in that and mommy's shoe. In some years, I'm saying I'm also I've been married for 50 years.
Yeah.
When they married. I've been advising these young people like this.
Happily married.
I've been married, happily married. And it's good that we actually what's the word now? Learn these things. That's one of the beauty of these conversations of happy family.
Yeah.
That's why we brought daddy and mommy all the way. Come and teach us.
Okay, there's something I wanted to ask. If you checked that movie, Weight of Pain, when our boss was asking her what was going on, she was trying to contemplate, should I tell him? Should I not? So eventually she decided not to tell him. And I know she had reasons like probably the boss had made advances at her before or stuff like that. So I want to ask Daddy and Mommy, how do you know to open up to? Because people have these issues where they feel like, if I can't tell my pastor now on Sunday, I'm hearing during the message. And I was speaking with a sister. And then she was telling me about what was, they won't mention your name, but sitting down in the congregation, you know that this is my story in the public. So there is that fear in people's hearts that who do I open up to? If I open up to this person and then I find myself, maybe it would have been better to go to a radio station than actually telling some people. So how do we know? What are the things we should watch out for to know that, okay, I can open up to this person?
It is God's directive. I told you that my ministry is in that line. So, somebody that ought to be rejoicing, we know there are some pretenders. They have something hurting them, but they will be rejoicing.
They work that.
But with the help of Holy Spirit, one can fish them out. That type of person. One can fish them. And if they are children of God, and God want their problem to be solved, God will open their mouth
to talk
and direct them to the right person that can
help them with this situation. So, Mommy, you are telling us now that, all right, Daddy, yes.
I'm looking at it in the way that you know that you have a problem and you want solution. Oh, why not go to Baba God? God, how am I to solve this problem? Put it in prayer. if possible, fast about it as many times as possible.
Mm.
And with the leading of the Lord, He will tell you who you can go to and pour out your mind to and have solution. So don't just say you have a problem and you are going to solve it. No.
And if that person know that a closed mouth is a
Close
closed
destiny.
So you will know she will
Well,
know the right
direct
step, the right step to take.
So picking what Daddy and Mommy said, Daddy said, go to God and talk to God about it. And he also mentioned the fact of God will lead you on what to do. And Mommy too is saying God is going to lead you on what to do and also lead you to the right person
Exactly.
to talk to. That's very, very deep.
Okay, my take, or should I say my contribution, that your generation, I would say, did more of praying without action. Yes, you pray about every. Now someone comes to you to say, "Oh, I have issues with masturbating or masturbation." Normally, you would say, "Go and pray and fast." And prayer and fasting, most times, do not take it away. In fact, they might pray from night till morning, and by the time they sleep and wake up, they are doing it again, and like, oh, they are tired. So,
But if they are excuse me, sir, if they are somebody that are very close to God, God will direct them. Because okay, there is a lady that I normally send one reverend last message to every morning. So they are now doing Bible reading. We are now doing Bible reading. Genesis, we are in Genesis now. She said that that guy said she has never sit down like this to read her Bible. That since she has started following that reason, that God is trying to reveal many things to her. If you see the dream that this lady was having, it was, in fact, I really thank God for her life. So if somebody is close to God, even studying the word of God, God will reveal things to us.
before I continue, I think Grandma has something.
You see, prayer and fasting. How sincere are you with your prayer? Are you praying with faith? Or you are just praying? Oh God, I need a child. God, give me a child. No. It's not as easy as that. Lord God Almighty, you are the God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob. You are God of sufficiency. I need a baby. I want my own child. Tell the Lord. Eulogize him. Who he is, how he is, and then I also want to be a father. And the Lord will grant it. It's not that I want to, God, I need a baby. I want a child.
Even walking,
No,
some
it's not a child's prayer.
Some people will be walking. The phone will be ringing. I will take that phone. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry, God.
I won't take too much time. I want to let but just from what you said, another point came. You will bear me witness that our generation might have one or two to teach you, our parents.
Sure.
And our own children would have one or two to teach us. Now, of recent I started having issues with when we pray to God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac. What of my own? What of our God? Why do we have to say God of so person? God of so. What is it not same our God? What can't you say God, my God, God of Namode? I mean, Nam. Yes, that yeah. Because you said so, that's why I have to bring that point on.
Yeah. God. You have different ways of saying this. God is God. It depends on the way you see him. The way you perceive who God is. That same way he will relate with you. So then you call him God of Abraham. In that time you did so. For Abraham. Now I want you to do it for me. I am your son. It has I've covered the whole thing.
Yeah.
You are God of Abraham. You did so for him. I am like Abraham now. Give me my own, and he will answer. So it's not like that.
Excuse me, in Yoruba, we call something oriki. In Yoruba. When we say
Eulogy.
Yeah.
eulogizing people.
Yes.
So if you start eulogizing people, some people they will start spraying money that the head will be swelling. For example, now when I want
To collect money.
something for my
This is the
God, I
part
want
I'm
to make
wanting
it
to
better.
hear. Oh.
So when I start doing that with him, he say, "Okay, mommy, what do you want?"
Oh.
You know, Baba, the way you said it.
Yes, yes.
So, in eulogizing God,
You know that's God. Then
it
your
makes
faith level
it
should
makes
be
God
high.
to be happy.
Hmm.
It's really I've tried. We have tried it, and God is
Oh,
really
yeah, but
working
what's
for us.
solution?
I would like to add as well that when you eulogize God, it's two-way things. It also reminds you of who God is.
Yeah.
You know, when you begin to say, now God did this, it makes faith arise from
Yes.
within
Within
you.
you, yeah.
You know,
It is always your own faith.
and then
Check it out.
Daddy and Mom, you would agree with me that this our generation needs to understand what prayer really is.
Yeah.
Prayer means that when you talk to God, He talks back to you.
Yes.
So when they say go and pray, it means that they also want you to listen
To what God has to say,
you.
yeah.
So you take directive.
Yeah.
So when you fast, it means that you are deliberate about that thing, that you are letting God know that I am leaving food to focus
On you.
on this because I
What
want
I
this thing
need.
done.
Yeah.
And God takes it a lot serious.
Food
Now,
another pleasure.
and now I'm another person as well. So it also means that you really want God to do that thing for you. So when you hear the header say go and pray, it carries weight. It's just that when generations of so many teachings and directions, but and these things are also hinged in our relationship with God. How you know God personally.
Hmm.
So when you pray, God speaks to you. It can be through dream, through different means as well. Which is very essential. So if as a believer you're trusting God for something and they say go and pray, it means that you need to hear from God. Because there are certain things that you need to hear from God for yourself. Nobody can hear from you. And you need to pay attention. So that when God speaks to you, He gives you direction. You know what to do.
Yeah. Papi Sam, our mommy and daddy, of course, prop. I want to always emphasize the fact that not everybody is a Christian.
Yes.
And we won't make all solutions revolve
Around the faith.
around the faith, around being a Christian. There are Muslims who are so good people. I mean, there are other religions who are very good people, except the fact that they don't believe in Jesus and they, just as we believe. Now, for people like that, how do they get help? Must they come to Christ to get help?
Well,
And that's why I talked about, solutions, not
God,
Other solution.
Yeah.
God,
Other
is,
solution.
God is God.
Hmm.
In the Bible days, it was not just Abraham, that was in the world.
Yeah.
In Isaac day, he was not the only one. But the way each of them knew God, and how God related with them, they had their problem solved. So, a non-Christian, if he knows who God is and God knows him, being honest, being responsible, being faithful in what he's doing, loving people, the response of our problem will be solved. So on this, being a human being, love your neighbor. Love your neighbor.
Yes.
It takes care of everything. Don't hate. Don't do evil to another person. You are a creator of God. The other one is a creator of God. So, whatever your religion, being a Christian is a special thing. See, because look at rain now. When rain falls,
But everybody.
Falls on everybody.
Christian,
Yeah.
it's for everybody.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, I don't blame it.
Thank you so much, Daddy. I think
He's the Savior.
I'll keep it there.
And excuse me, and people, when you are relating with such a person, even if he's not a Christian,
Yeah.
from your behavior,
Yeah.
it too can join you.
Exactly.
So I want to know the Christ that you did. Like this
When
one
you are
worship,
worshiping,
this one is worshiping.
your
Many
belief is-
people have followed Christ.
And can be
throughout
two
by
way.
that
It can be the other way too. I mean, for
Oh,
someone.
the evil one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the evil one.
Please,
That's
before
why
you
people
before
go
you
into
close, so
cultism and
I
cultism.
Yes, that's true, sir.
I told you when I was telling you about the calculation.
Yeah.
So I just want to advise couples. Anytime they want to have fun with each other, they should pray. Father, we want to embark on this.
On this one.
Yes, bro. On the journey.
On the journey.
Do you know the journey?
I don't
You
know.
know,
On the fly.
when
I don't know
my
the
brother
Eh?
of the same father, he went to US. He was ministering that day. Then he said that one of my sister advised me when I was about to marry that anytime you want to have sex with your wife, you see that you pray before you do it. He said the people in the church they started laughing. He laughed that day. When I'm already
In the mood.
That level.
how can I do that? And you will try to stop
Yeah.
that. You know, Satan said I was moving about
Looking for.
looking for
To
people to devour. So that's my own little.
Thank you very much.
Now
Daddy
the
and
prayer
Mommy.
tonight.
Thank you very much, Daddy and Mommy. For me, that's a really big thing to learn, and how that God has to be a part of everything that we do. So, your final words, Dad and Mommy, what are these final words that you would share with our audience? What do you want to leave with them?
Well, first of all, our youths who are yet to marry,
Yes, sir.
Problem.
I'm mastering already.
Baby Sam. What are you saying?
intentional of future.
Mm.
Because, as I said, once married,
Wherever
you're
one.
cross.
Being to me.
I repeat it. 12 years, you will do it, and you will not regret you. So, intentional, pray for God's leading, for marriage, and God will answer and direct. Once you are married, also pray, continue with prayer, and live a responsible life. What do I mean by that? Love yourself. Be sincere. The wife to be submissive, the husband to love. Now, another thing I will want to talk is that both of them both of them should teach their children the way of the Lord. The way of the Lord is coded, I mean, it's much. But if you, as you go to church, as you go to Bible study, as you read the Bible, the knowledge will be there, and the family will be well. So that's
My own advice is that when I was young, my father usually tell the girls in family, ẹ má tara yín lọ́pọ̀. They should not allow any boy to have sex with you before marriage. Because there are some men, when they have the sex, they will just go away like that. They will not come back again. And that lady will have may be pregnant. And the mother and the parents will be carrying the burden that they ought not to carry. So one should keep herself holy. Let's say you want to go and visit your boyfriend, don't stay too long with him, because this love, man and woman, they are like magnets. So if you stay too long, you go to the kitchen, you cook for him, you even tie wrapper that you give me your covering cloth to tie wrapper so that your cloth will not be dirty. Since you know something is about to happen. So you should be very careful. You should be smart. I experienced it in my life one time before I met him. I went to the University of Ife to greet my boyfriend. I've told him before marriage there is nothing like sex. I didn't know that he has planned for me. So when I entered the room, the boys in the room, they were going out one by one. In the presence of God and man, this boy closed the door. When he locked that door, I said, Lagbaja, what do you mean? He said, I want to have sex with you. With me? But I've told you. And if you do it, I'm going to curse you. My father will curse you. And heaven will curse you. But I was praying in my mind, God, please save me. Before that time, I've never seen the nakedness of a matured man. I saw it that day. He has already naked himself. I said, please, for God's sake, have mercy. And God helped me to touch his heart and open that door. But since that time, we didn't see again. Until when he saw me in the market, in Elisha, I said, Lagbaja, I want to see the man that married you.
Oh.
He came with me to the house. Came to me to the house to see my man, my husband. So this is your man that is fighting you.
My man.
So he gave my children money and he was so happy.
Oh.
He was so happy. So girls should keep themselves. It's very good.
Very essential.
It's a thing of honor for a girl to keep her virginity. It's a treasure.
And for a man too.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you now.
Thank you very much. Yes, all my children. Wow. Glory be to God.
My husband taught them how to even meet their wife. They don't know how to do it.
How is it done?
Yes,
He got
so
married to as a virgin too. So our counselor did a recording for us and said, don't play it till the wedding night. So the wedding night now played the recording and now following step by step.
there was a boy that married. That boy was in
cannot say
outside the country.
You cannot say
He sent message to me that grandma, I didn't know how to do it. So I'm fearing. I don't want to tear this girl recklessly. I don't know how to do it. For 3 days, the both of them are just watching themselves. They couldn't do it because of the
Oh wow.
I told him to go and buy and he bought it and everything.
That's a different-
They have 2 children now.
That's a different topic for a different. So we leave it at that. We need to wrap this up really. But for me, it's been a huge learning curve for me.
Yes.
It would interest you to know, our viewer, that the movie Weight of Pain is a production of Prowess Pictures Limited. Prowess
Pictures Limited.
And on YouTube. So go to our YouTube channel, share, subscribe, like, watch the movie, and give us a review.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Prowess
It's on Facebook.
Pictures Limited. It's also on Facebook. So please, we need you to be a part of that. And this is us signing out from this wonderful time. I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
I am still Papi Sam, and your guy here. With me is the one and only nobody.
Before I sign out, I'd like to thank Grandpa and Grandma.
Yeah.
Oh no, so insightful.
Yes, thank you.
Oluwapojuwo.
Okay, thank you so much, Daddy, Mommy, for
Being
being
a part of this. We are very, very, very grateful.
I learned
We learned a lot.
I learned well.
Thank you so much.
I wrote something about my partner short and says, be strong-headedly intentional about getting a good spouse.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Thank you so much.
And then my parting shot too, because I was that one, will be that it's a quote of Pastor Bimbo Odukoya of Blessed Memory. I say it a lot. Married, keep loving. Singles, wait for your time. But while you're waiting, please
What
be
kind of
deliberate. Please be deliberate.
Why
Married,
close
keep
with
loving.
that?
Singles, wait for your time. And please choose wisely.
Thank you. From
After you've attacked me,
From.
but in everything I want to say, from what Daddy and Mommy said, the quote "Love is blind, drop it. Open your eye, like Mommy said, shine your eye. shine it, see it before we go into it, because people keep reminding me I'm single. Yes, thank you. Yeah. So on that, thank you, mommy. Thank you for teaching me how to count. I now know how to count. I know how to count.
So in concert, can we say thank you to Daddy and Mommy together?
you.
Three of us. 3, 2, 1.
Thank
Thank you, Daddy and
Daddy.
Mommy, for being a part of this. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Inviting us
Yes,
for
sir.
this show.
We appreciate
God bless
you.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. See you around.